And can stand and fight.
Yep, they found their voice.
They found their voice, and it's so incredibly wonderful to see.
The man convicted of killing Jamie Yazzie in 2019 on the Navajo Nation will spend the rest of his life in prison. Good evening. That's where we begin tonight. I'm Derek Stahl.
And I'm Vanessa Ariza. Yazzie's case steered national attention to the missing and murdered Indigenous women movement and was the focus of our true crime Arizona documentary, The Forgotten.
The judge handed Tre James one of the stiffest sentences since that movement began. Our true crime correspondent Brianna Whitney has been covering this case for years. Brianna, you were in the courtroom today. What was that like?
I mean, it was super emotional. This case means a lot to me, so it was important to be there and cover it today. No cameras were allowed inside, but it was a packed room full of family, friends, and supporters of Jamie Yazzie and the entire MMIW movement. There was not a dry eye in the room. Jamie's impact reaching so far, bringing special guests here in Arizona from across the country to watch justice be served. Tears, cheers, and smiles after 5 years of pain. A roar of relief from loved ones of Jamie Yazzie to see a life in prison sentence for her killer. Jamie, a mother of 3 young boys, went missing from the Navajo Nation in 2019 and was found murdered on the Hopi Reservation years later. So you too feel this was justice?
Yes, justice. Yeah.
Jamie's then boyfriend, Tre James, convicted of first-degree murder in her death after shooting her in the back of the head, then victimizing at least 3 other women before Jamie's remains were found in 2021. Jamie's father, James Yazzie, was part of our 2023 documentary, The Forgotten. His ailing health highlighted as he fought for Jamie. He lived long enough to see a conviction, but died before the sentencing. He recorded a video statement from hospice before he passed that was played in court today, a room full of tears during that moment.
To see him again, it brought joy to my heart, but my heart's still breaking and still being put together.
Jamie's mother speaking to the judge today, researching the right words to use as English is her second language.
Looking through dictionaries, and I wanted to have that powerful wordings and everything to say in my statements.
For 2 years, her family searched tirelessly for her. They felt her case was largely ignored, and it was thanks to attorney and advocate Darlene Gomez that attention launched this case to the national spotlight.
You have to put constant pressure on law enforcement. You have to put constant pressure on your leaders. And without that constant pressure, we wouldn't be here today.
Perhaps one of the most powerful parts of today, Gabby Petito's step-parents flying out from Florida to be here. Gabby's disappearance and murder immediately grabbed international headlines in 2021, highlighting the disparity in media and law enforcement attention of white women compared to Native American women.
We were lucky to have a tremendous amount of attention for Gabby, and not everybody gets that, and we see that.
Gabby's step-parents committed to changing that.
We're here to elevate their voices. Their voices are what mattered here today, and we're just here to support them in any way we can. It's just... yeah, it's emotional.
I think Gabby and Jamie are up there together, shining the lights down together and bringing us together.
Jamie's mother had this to say to her daughter, feeling her spirit there with them today, the end of a long journey for a family who found their voice along the way.
Jamie, thank you, Shiaja, for being here and always looking out over us, giving us the guidance, and whatever we do, we did it.
Emotional for the family today. Tre James was also given prison time for the other 3 women he assaulted. Because he was given a life sentence for Jamie's death, it's likely there will be years of appeals. Jamie's family says they are ready and will be at every hearing, no matter how far they have to travel to be here in Phoenix. Guys.
Wow, quite the bittersweet moment for them. You're saying they will be at those hearings later on down the road. Quite the feat for them to be at today's.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize this because this was a federal case, but this happened on tribal land. A lot of Jamie's family was traveling all the way from the Navajo Nation, New Mexico, further parts of Arizona. They don't have a lot of the resources and means to get here, so they had to coordinate transportation, clothing for them, room and accommodations for them to be here. Some of them were traveling this morning from New Mexico and going back tonight because they couldn't afford a hotel room. And that's how committed the Yazzie family was to this. Jamie's young 3 sons were there today as well, who have had to deal with this. And it was just emotional to be there too. Yeah. I think we spent a lot of time on this case, and so to see this ending after where it was when we did the documentary was super emotional.
And folks at home can watch the documentary True Crime Arizona: The Forgotten. It's on our website and on our YouTube page right now.
Yeah.
Brianna, thank you.